Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, Bad Batch Season 2, Hunter Mercenary gear. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the front of the package here, we have some nice artwork of the figure right there on the front of the package. It says Star Wars The Bad Batch Hunter Mercenary gear. We have that nice artwork on the side for the mural. And then flipping around here on the side, we see everything he comes with. A little bit different loadout than what he came with before. Figure on the back and then a little write-up. You can pause and read that if you'd like. Now let's get this guy opened up and see what he comes with. Alright, starting off with his accessories, he does come with two small little pistols. These look to be like the same ones like Rex would come with. And that's a little different than the first loadout. He did come with this bigger, larger blaster rifle in the first release. He does come with that really nice knife that he came with before. I didn't actually remember that the blade had yellow tech lines on it, but after pulling out the original and looking at it, it absolutely does. So it is exactly the same. He does come with the same backpack that he had before, although it is cast in a different colored plastic and it is painted with some orange highlights, whereas the original is a lighter gray plastic and then some red highlights, but you can see it's the exact same sculpt. Now taking a look at Hunter's helmet, I do believe it is the exact same as before, but I love this weathering. I love the light gray, dark gray. The orange just looks incredible. Got the Butterfingers today. You can see that it is the same sculpt, just completely different paint job, and I really love it. My favorite baseball team is the San Francisco Giants, so that black and orange just really does it for me. And here's a closer look at Hunter. And I was just expecting these figures to be repaints, but man, a lot of them come with lots of new parts and pieces, molded and sculpted pieces that I really like. I love this head sculpt. It looks a lot cleaner than the original, and it's definitely less glossy. We'll bring in the other here in a minute just to show that off, but I like this little scarf piece that hangs around his neck. It is loose. You can see a lot of different sculpted detail in the paint apps. The shoulder pads are new and different. I love the arm wraps, the belt. There's just so much here that is to enjoy, and I love all these, the holsters, the leg straps. It just looks absolutely great. This torso piece is brand new. Oh man, I love this figure. I love the mismatched armor. I love the new color scheme. I really loved Season 2 of The Bad Batch, and you can see some of the details here that are different from the original figure here on the front and on the back. And man, that head sculpt is just really nice and clean. Bringing in the original Hunter, you can see what's different. You can see that first head sculpt, it's really kind of shiny. You can see that the upper torso piece is the same. The mid torso piece is different. The belt is different. The legs, I think the right boot and the knee pads are the same, but the left leg, the lower arms, there's just a lot of new painted, a lot of new sculpted pieces here. Let's pop this helmet on and see what that looks like. Just brings a lot of that orange color up to the top of his head, and man, it really helps hold that scarf down really, really nicely. With the helmet on, he can look up and down about that far, which is not bad. But with the helmet off, let's check that articulation. Head's not really going to go up that far because of the hair and that scarf piece. He can look down quite a bit. He does have that left to right bobble. The shoulder pads are on a separate little cuff, so you can get them up and out of the way. The arms can go all the way out and hit 90. You can go all the way around if you need them to. You've got that 90-degree hinge and swivel at the elbow. He does have a horizontal hinge and a swivel at the wrist, and then a vertical hinge and swivel on the right wrist, which is really nice. The upper torso is articulated right here at this diaphragm joint, so he can lean back about that far, which is not the best, and he can only lean forward about that far. There is no waist swivel, so the only movement that you're going to get is from that upper diaphragm joint. That's a thing. The legs can go all the way out to the front about that far. Can go all the way out to the side about that far. Only go back about that far. He does have that upper thigh swivel that's nicely hidden on this figure. He does have a single joint at the knee, but can get past 90. He does have a swivel at the knee, but no upper boot cut. He has no swivel at the foot, but he does have a hinge and a forward-facing rocker for foot articulation. Let's go ahead and get his backpack popped on. And let's see about getting his knife in his arm sheath. Getting him kitted out with that. Do I have that in right? Doesn't feel like it wants to go all the way in. I don't want to force it. There we go. Goes. That's the way it goes. No problem. And then let's go ahead and get him with his 2 blasters. And what's really odd here is that since he is given 2 pistols, his right hand does have a trigger finger on it, but his left hand does not have a trigger finger. It just has the regular grip, and I'm assuming that that's for, you know, holding the knife. But if you give a guy 2 pistols, got to give him 2 pistol gripping hands. That's my motto. And let's go ahead and get that helmet on, bring that color all together, and there you have it, man. Our leader of the Bad Batch Hunter is ready for some gunslinging action, and boy, does he look nice. He looks really, really cool. I'm digging this figure, and I'm kind of hating myself that it's taken me this long to get around to reviewing them. Here he is next to the original Hunter release. You can see they stand pretty much neck and neck with one another. No big difference here. That is, the height is what it is. So let's get this guy into some backgrounds and into some lighting and see how he poses up. Man, I got to tell you, it has taken me quite a while. I mean, months this guy has been sitting in my pile of shame for me to get around to doing it. And I'm kind of glad that I waited to do all of these Star Wars figures for the month of December. It gives me a big event to do to kind of like cap off the end of the year. And I absolutely love the Bad Batch. I love Season 2. I love the new looks. I wasn't going to get these figures at first. When I first saw them, I was like, oh, they're just kind of repaints. And even though I love the armor, I'm not going to get them. But I absolutely broke down months ago when I found them in stores. Found them all in stores on shelves. Didn't have to do any hunting. They were just there. And that was quite a surprise as well. But I absolutely love these new color schemes, the blues, the orange, and these figures look great together. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.